Well, another job completed. So 2 Kestons out. This is the Viessmann twin flue system. Fits through all the same holes, uses all the same clips as the Keston system. We've had to add clips to this, so it wasn't very well clipped up before. So there's a lot more clips involved in it so far. And good long run as well. It goes to the outside wall, the other end of the house there. So it runs across several rooms to the outside there. I've been told now this is the last of these twin systems, that Viessmann have discontinued this system. I'm not sure if that's just for the UK or whether that's generally, but you can always run just the one. You can take air from inside the room as long as it's adequately ventilated, and just put the exhaust flue in, so you don't need the twin flue bit. You can just run the inner annular outside and make it an open vented boiler. But I didn't want to get into that here. There's extraction systems, all sorts of stuff going in here, so I wanted to make sure we had proper air intakes. So the air intakes, to save on the total length or total stress on the fan, are from the front of the house, but obviously we didn't want to pump out the plume, so we ran the previous installers of the Kestons had run the outlet to the other side. And I believe here would have originally been one of the big open flued Viessmann boilers. I've seen one in Rickmansworth, but I've never seen one since. And a 500 litre Viessmann cylinder. Put the Kestons in, they didn't last long. There was a mixing valve, you might have seen the video before. There was previously a mixing valve in here, which was actually designed primarily to prevent the boiler from condensing. So that was actually short-circuiting this pump. And then you have pumps on all the manifolds. I'm just about to take those out, actually I haven't done it yet. So all the pumps on the manifolds have got to come out now, because this pump is now pumping in series with the other pumps. Very strange head of things. Didn't really ever find out anything about these that was of any benefit to us. But yeah, anyway, these pumps are quite interesting as well. Very expensive twin set, much too big. But these have a relay in them, and the relay has failed in this one, and you just can't get a new one. Grundfos is saying no. I've just been to RS and they can't help me. Can't find anything listed. So at the moment, only one of these is in working order. If the relay goes on that, it's out of order. But luckily they had this just to heat up the cylinder. So we've got another twin stage pump that we could put here. Failing all that, I've actually got a single flange pump at home that I took out of another job in a standard house. I don't know where they get these ideas for these pumps from, but that's been put in. A little bit unorthodox here, I've put this on a 3-pin plug, just so that to make it easy to swap it over, because this is now operated via a relay. So the power supply to run these is from the old BMU over there, and because I was a bit worried about overloading the Viessmann system with this big pump, all I've done is I've stuck a relay in here, and that relay is operated by either of these boilers. Now, to make the boilers a little bit simpler as well, because they don't do a system to link the domestic boilers together, what I've done is I've actually put a little box up here with a relay in it, so the EMP ones, when they want to run this pump this end, actually run into a relay in there, and there's only a single signal from the boilers arriving at this, which has a relay in it, and when that single signal arrives, it switches that relay to switch that one over. Had I have realised before I ran all the cables, I would have probably run both cables from both boilers to this point, and made all 3 operate on that side. That's it. So our cylinder, again, because we don't have a VMU, we've got 2 cylinder sensors. I've actually had to use standard NTCs in here because 2 Viessmann cylinders won't fit in the same hole. So I've got 2 standard 10K NTCs in there that I bought off of eBay, and popped those in, wired those into the cylinder, and so each boiler gets its own hot water feed. And what I've done, I've set one of the boilers here to heat the cylinder to 60 and one to heat it to 50. So if there's a big load on the house and the cylinder drops below 50, on comes a second boiler to provide that load. They've got 4 or 5 bathrooms here, but generally this one is going to be doing hot water, and it will do it a lot because there's such high losses on the secondary circulation system that this boiler is constantly switching into hot water. Remember, this is hot water priority, so this is basically our hot water boiler, and this is our heating boiler. And at any time required, when it's finished heating hot water, if there's any additional load on the house, this could back up that one. Same on the hot water, severe loads on hot water, this boiler will kick in. Both of these are plate separated. The system is too dirty to get clean. Can't, you know, as you've seen from my videos before, you can't get an old system clean. You've got to put a new system in if you want it to be clean enough not to damage the boilers. So hello Ellis, our coffee's just arrived. So both plates separated. I've got some flow setters on here as well, just to make sure that I can keep the flows balanced between the two boilers. That's it. So that's the job finished. Looking good. Hope that helps.